We created standards for engineering, medical schools, law schools, schools of education. We created ETS, which is now the largest assessment company on earth. We'll have a classification singularly focused on the contributions institutions make to social and economic mobility. And I know this is important because I get on the phone regularly with 1,100 college presidents who are paying which is about a quarter of them, who are paying very close attention. So we're interested in the big levers that will be transformative in terms of the nature of learning in high school and making our post-secondary sector a much more vital engine for economic mobility and opportunities.
Who are the manufacturers who actually have been able to keep ahead of those downward trends in manufacturing? And they found a select group. These firms were first movers in implementing technology, particularly around automation. These firms, by doing that, actually captured lion's share of industry profit, lion's share of the market share, and this was something that caught my eye. Workforce numbers did not change. They implemented technology fast, captured more profit, captured more share, and did not fire workers. That shouldn't be possible. Then they looked at who were the firms that did really poorly during that same time. And the common factor they found was they were actually late to implementing technology. They captured a disproportionately low portion of market share and profits, and they actually fired a lot of people in the process. So the question is how, the question is why. And for the lighthouse manufacturers, what McKinsey came to was, because those firms were ahead of the curve, they were able to implement that technology thoughtfully in ways that was able to maximize every person they had and capture profit, the market share, and all the things that went out in the private sector were really important. By actually moving faster on the technology, they were able to protect the people and maintain the profits. I think about that going forward. When we think about AI, and I imagine there are a number of investors here in the room, when we think about businesses and how they're applying it, two things. How do we help them be fast, but be strategic? For those of you who are AI specialists, you know actually AI at this very moment is not best for every task. Not every business knows that. They see a lot of money, they see a lot of movement, and quite honestly, we need to help them be thoughtful. One. Two, there are educators here in the room. I started my career as one. The question of how to make my workforce ready to use AI in ways that actually help my business, this is a new frontier. And we need to help businesses do that in a way that's thoughtful. My third insight, and this is more of a global insight, and it's something that my old boss used to say to me, which is, nothing worth doing can be done alone. Business by itself is not going to figure this out. Whether it's educators, whether it's investors, whoever that group is not just going to be businesses who are going to figure out how do we help these businesses move fast, start something simple soon with AI, and also in a way that is strategic that makes the most of their workers. Let's go back to that premise. A lot more with a lot more. We have to make people believe that that's possible, and to be honest, from my view, as someone who has been a government official, and I see a few of my former colleagues here in the room, that is the only paradigm where, tenably, we maintain the economy that we want for ourselves and for our kids, and also for those of you who are investors and care about capital that gets the returns that you expect. That's the only win-win out there. And it's going to be this group of people and folks that you work with who are going to help make that